Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, this is my reaction to the JERMELL CHARLO versus Tony Harrison fight and the JERMALL CHARLO versus MATT KOROBOV fight, man. Dude, I was like, what the F, man? Dude, those were some crazy ass fights. Now, going into that JERMELL CHARLO versus Tony Harrison, dude, to be honest, I had JERMELL CHARLO winning that fight friggin' easy, man. I do not know what the hell the judges were seeing in that fight. And to be honest, dude, JERMELL CHARLO, he was in there doing his thing, and I think he was just coasting it too damn much, man. There was a few times where he had Tony Harrison kind of hurt, or he would hit him with some good shots, but it was almost like he was in cruise control the whole friggin' fight. I couldn't understand that, man. And Tony Harrison was getting off some good shots on him. You know what I'm saying? He was getting off some good counter rights. He was steady with the jab the whole fight, but he wasn't really phasing JERMELL CHARLO with anything. And I saw JERMELL CHARLO hitting him with the better shots and actually the one that was doing more damage. But it was crazy that the judges scored it for Tony Harrison in the unanimous decision. I was friggin' shocked personally, man. And I think I only gave Tony Harrison maybe 4 rounds, and that was from the eye test. I wasn't really to score it like I normally do because I was out with the kids getting them food, and I'm watching the fights on my phone, and I'm like, okay, you know, JERMELL CHARLO, I'm hoping he pressed the action a little bit more. It was almost like he was a little bit too laid back in that fight. And when the judges started announcing the scorecards, I was like, okay, that's what's up. And then they said, and the new. And I'm like, what? And I was thinking to myself, like, did Tony Harrison have the belt or something? Or what the hell's going on? And I look and I see Tony Harrison going crazy. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, how the hell did Tony Harrison win that fight? I did not see whatever fight that the judges was watching, man. That was freaking crazy. But you want to know what? It is what it is. JERMELL CHARLO should not have let that fight go to the judges, man. He had plenty of opportunities in that fight to press the pace, especially when he was hitting Tony Harrison with good shots. And it was like he was kind of admiring his work, man. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Press the action on this fool. And it was like a laid back ass fight to me, man. It was kind of friggin' weird. But Tony Harrison ended up getting the win, and you got to give him his props, man. He was able to get the decision on CHARLO, and you can't blame anybody in this fight but CHARLO, man. He should have just went after his ass. And me, like I said, I think that was a friggin' robbery, man. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You got to give Tony Harrison his props. Hopefully they get a rematch, and we'll see what happens in the rematch. But the one person that I do know that is happy is Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd is probably looking at CHARLO like, yo, you are food right now. Because if CHARLO was to fight Jarrett Hurd like that, dude. Jarrett Hurd would friggin' dog walk his ass if friggin' CHARLO fights his ass like that, man. That would be bad for CHARLO, dog. But going into the JERMALL CHARLO versus MATT KOROBOV fight, dude, a lot of y'all fools was sleeping on that dude, MATT KOROBOV, man. I even made a video on it talking about the experience level of that dude, MATT KOROBOV. I mean, the dude is like 339-12 for his amateur record. The fool done beat a bunch of killers in the amateurs. He's beaten dudes like friggin' Daniel Jacobs, Derevchenko. He's beat some friggin' big name dudes. He even went to a decision, mind you, a close decision with Triple G in the amateurs where he lost that decision. He was an Olympian. So the dude's got all these friggin' fights with all these killers, so I knew that his experience would play a part in this fight. But I thought that JERMALL CHARLO would end up knocking his ass out just because of the level of competition that MATT KOROBOV has been in lately. And plus, he hasn't been as active as he should be. He only had one fight this year. I think it was in March or April or something like that. But he has had a fight, so it's not like he's friggin' been off for years or something like that. You know what I mean? But he just hasn't been active as you would think that he'd be going into a fight like this. So I thought JERMALL CHARLO would have the clear advantage and be able to knock his ass out maybe in the late rounds. But I was thinking if it went to a decision, I wouldn't be surprised, because if MATT KOROBOV's experience came into play in the fight, then he could make it a tough fight for JERMALL CHARLO. And mind you, he did make it a friggin' tough fight for JERMALL CHARLO, to tell you the truth, because I actually made it home by the time this fight came on. And looking at my scorecard, dude, friggin' Korobov was friggin' running away with it. I gave JERMELL CHARLO the first round, and then I gave Korobov the second, third, fourth, and fifth round. I'm looking like, oh, hell no, dude. Jermall, what the hell are you doing, dog? But it seemed like JERMELL CHARLO started finding his groove, started finding his rhythm with it in the mid rounds, and he was able to start winning some rounds back. And it was still close because he could not get away from Matt Korobov's left hand. Matt Korobov was landing that left hand really nice on him. But going into those mid rounds, he was able to time him a little bit better, able to gauge that left hand a little bit better, so he wasn't getting hit with it as much. But Korobov was freaking doing his damn thing in it. But going into that last round, dude, I thought JERMELL CHARLO was about to knock his ass out, dude. I forgot what he hit him with. I think he hit him with the two, friggin' wobbled his ass all up. He was doing the friggin' break dance up in that mug, doing the little stanky leg. JERMELL CHARLO was trying to finish him, and he wasn't able to finish him, but he won that round definitively. And Matt Korobov was still trying to make a little comeback. He hit him with like two left hands in a row. Vop, vop. But it didn't phase Charlo. Charlo was able to take him, still able to control the round, and he was able to clinch that round victoriously. And he was able to win a unanimous decision victory in that main event fight, man. So, yo, this was a friggin' crazy ass night of fights, dude. Like, I really can't even believe still that JERMELL CHARLO lost that fight and that Tony Harrison is the new super welterweight champion. So it's like, it is what it is, man. You can't be mad at nobody but JERMELL CHARLO. He should have went in, clinched that friggin' fight. He should have pressed the pace on that fool, wore his ass down. And the one thing that I noticed that JERMELL CHARLO wasn't doing at all was he was not targeting the body, especially when he would hurt him with a shot. The dude would have his hands up. He would be protecting himself properly. He'd be using a lot of good movement, and Charlo was just headhunting, missing a bunch of punches, man, not going for the body at all. And I'm like, dude, man, what the hell, dog? Go for it. Hit the body. Is right there. But it is what it is, man. You got to give homie his props. And hopefully, like I said, he's able to give JERMELL CHARLO a rematch so we could be able to see that thing right over again, to see if that was a fluke or if he is the rightful champion in that division, because I already know he ain't going to be keeping that belt, man. If friggin' Jarrett Hurd end up fighting him again, Jarrett Hurd end up knocking his ass out again, man. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments on this, make sure to hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up, okay? So I hope you liked the video. Holla at your boy.